afternoon, guys. Good evening, guys. I'll start my speech with a that I had a neighbor in Pakistan, and he killed his whole family because he was really illiterate, and he had unemployment because he wasn't illiterate, he wasn't educated. So, and if you're illiterate, there are also side effects for your decision making. You cannot make good decisions. Uh, for the audience, education is really an essential part of life, and if there is no education, then there is less opportunities. There is, regardless of, there are more side effects, and I really recommend the audience to learn from my personal experience, and I also recommend the community to learn from this speech that illiteracy a big disadvantage. There are many disadvantages of illiteracy, and the three disadvantages of illiteracy are unemployment, poverty, and increase in crime rate. And if for some reason, if you guys don't like my speech, I would like you guys to know that USA was once like number 12 in the literacy rate in the world, but that's now gradually going down. And what is literacy? What is illiteracy? There are many types of illiteracy, like functional literacy, which is also educational literacy, and there is cultural literacy, and there is technological literacy. Like, what is literacy? Reading and writing, like that's functional literacy. So, and like in America, we have literate people. Even Washington is like one of the, recently was recognized as one of the most literate cities. But if you compare like countries like Pakistan, India, like Asian countries, the third world countries, there is no education structure. People don't get the opportunity to get educated, and this in turns, there is no writing, no reading. They don't know anything to do. They eventually produce more babies, and then they have no money to feed them, and obviously they also get less opportunities for jobs and other, like, as the world is globalizing, we are going towards a modern side of the world where we can do anything we want, and we don't get opportunities like America and Pakistan and India. And it all is like there's a big difference between the like upper class and the middle class, and there is poor who cannot even afford an onion. So, and if you have more kids, obviously you have more burden on the economy, and then when you cannot feed them, so it's also a burden on the society, and that stress also leads to an inappropriate decision to kill entire families, as I said earlier. And you'll find a lot of these examples in the Asian region, where people kill like the entire family and then themselves, like suicidal, because they cannot afford to feed them. And that's all because of one of the problems is illiteracy. Why would you guys not want to be educated and be analytical, enjoy the modern world, and don't want to get stressed out with the like unemployment and killing, and if there is no money, obviously crime increases. Like even there's a website like DoSomething.org, which has sources from Huffington Post, which says that nearly 85% of the juveniles faced trial were functionally illiterate. They never get educated. So it is important nowadays. I also said earlier that illiteracy makes you dumb. Anybody can cheat you, and like obviously you don't need even there are stories that people are like illiterate, but they're rich because of their ancestors, like farmers. Usually they don't study, but they're still rich, but their empire gets finished like this because somebody gets something signed by them, and the empire is finished, all gone too. So it is important. Literacy is very important. Education is very important, and people also don't recognize their democratic rights. They ignore it because they don't know how to read and write. And obviously that now we see that illiteracy can lead to our lives. Let's see the causes and solutions to overcome them. Many causes, I think the root cause is how a nation depending on government grants. Like many high school students, they're involved in drugs, they're involved in girls. They don't care about like was their future. Many think that they will not have the money to do the degree, and teenage pregnancy is also one of the topics, but I don't have time, so I'll. But that's also important, which leads to uh, you know illiteracy problems, and then we have people take they know that they will get unemployment grants and food stamps, so they don't want to study. They think, okay, we'll not die hungry, so. And possible solutions would be students should get from high school mentoring. They should get right guidance, and there should be economic equality between the rich, upper middle, lower middle, and I know that this is that this is not like an easy job to just overcome the solutions like one a night, but we can always try our best. And as I said earlier, that the third world countries, they don't even have the education structure. Many people don't even get the chance to see the face of the school. And in America, you get the chance to see this face of the school, and you can go and avail the opportunity for free high school. So why not just go and avail the opportunity? As Carl Ben said, that 70 out of 100 people in the world cannot read. If you read, then you are the luckiest out of 2 million in the whole